Shalom, brothers and sisters. I'm back with another video. Today I am going to be in the Lost Book of Enki. I am trying my best to finish all of these tablets here to go over some important things that are in the Lost Book of Enki. The Lost Book of Enki for me has been the last piece to the puzzle for everything that I have been trying to figure out with the scriptures and what's going to happen um, when the chariots return. So I'm just basically doing my investigation and trying to put everything together so that I can see the bigger picture because Nibiru is actually here. So that means the chariots are here. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going to happen. We have a lot of things in the Bible that tells us what's going to happen in the end days, but it doesn't tell you everything. It doesn't tell you everything that is going to happen. So we're in that future time. So we need to start putting all of these things together so that we can know what is going to happen, especially if it happens in our generation. Okay. So what I'm going to do is get into some things here where it's going to be going into Adapa journeys to Nibiru. Okay, so we're going to be I'm going to be reading, and this is just basically when Adapa, who is actually the biblical Adam, he actually goes to Nibiru to meet the king. Okay, so yeah, you guys, he actually gets to go to Nibiru. Okay, so let's get into this. Okay, great. So what I'm going to do on this, I'm going to do a little bit different. I'm not going to wait to the end to give you the key points because this one is a little long. So what I'm going to do, I don't want this to be over an hour long. So what I'm going to do in between of writing, I'm going to just, give you some key points as I'm actually going through this. Okay, just to explain what's going on. In here. Okay, so let's get this thing started. All right. All right. So in this actually is going to be part of tablet 7. I'm going to start reading from a section in tablet 7. The way how it is in the book of Enki, it has different accounts in there, so it's like kind of broken up, and you have to, it's like a puzzle. You have to put everything together. So I'm just picking certain things in the tablets to talk about so that we're not all over the place. Okay. And then at the end, I'm probably going to give you like a whole overview of the Lost Book of Enki and to let you know um, what may happen in the end. Okay, that's what I hope for me to take a deeper look at everything and to look at everything that the Most High has given me to kind of come up with a conclusion on what could be the end, like what is going to happen, like are they really going to descend in the chariots? Are some people going to be caught up on the chariots? Is there going to be a mothership um, in space that's going to be orbiting, I don't know, the sun or the earth? I don't know. Is some people going to be, stationed on the mothership, go to space? I don't know, you guys, because we're in the space age. Okay, we're going into the age of Aquarius, and technology and all of those things are coming forward. And we're going to be meeting our star family and meeting quite a few other probably different races also in the universe. So we have to kind of open our minds here and be open to space travel and things like that. So I'm just trying to see where we're going into this new age that we're going to be going into. But I am really interested in to know if anyone from the earth will be invited to go to Nibiru, just like Adam was invited initially. But we're going to see what actually happened. with Adam to see why he was sent back to the earth. Okay, so let's get this thing started. All right. Between Anunnaki and Earthling, conception was attained. Civilized man I have brought into being. To his vizier Isimud, Enki instructions gave. A secret must my deed remain. Let the newborns by their mothers be suckled, thereafter into my household them bring. Among the bulrushes and reed baskets have I them found. Thus to all you will say, by their mothers were the newborns suckled and nurtured. To Enki's household and Eridu thereafter Isimud them brought. Among the bulrushes and reed baskets have I them found. So did Isimud to all say. Ninki to the foundlings a liking took. As her own children she raised them. Adapa, the foundling, the boy she called Titi, one with life, the girl she named. Unlike all other earthling children, the twosome were slower to grow up than earthlings they were. Much quicker in understanding they were. With intelligence they were endowed, of speaking with words capable they were. Beautiful and pleasant was the girl. With her hands she was greatly dexterous. Ninki, the spouse of Enki, to Titi took a liking. All manner of crafts she was her teaching. To Adapa, Enki himself teachings gave. How to keep records he was him instructing. The achievements with pride Enki to Isimud was showing. A civilized man have I brought forth. To Isimud he was saying. A new kind of earthling from my seed has been created. In my image and after my likeness. From seed they food will grow, from ewes sheep they will shepherd. Anunnaki and earthlings henceforth shall be satiated. To his brother Enlil Enki word sent from Nibiru to Eridu. Enlil came. In the wilderness a new kind of earthling has come forth. To Enlil was Enki saying, quick of learning they were, knowledge and craft were to them can be taught. Let us from Nibiru seeds that are sown bring down. So you guys, it's pretty much straightforward what was really going on here. So we have basically your Adam and Eve, intelligent man here, being born here. It is from Enki. This is his kids that he had with two earthlings. So that's basically what's going on here. So let's move forward. Let us from Nibiru use that sheep become to earth deliver. Let us the new breed of earthlings farming and shepherding teach. Let Anunnaki and earthlings together satiated be. So was Enki to Enlil saying, akin to us Anunnaki in many ways. Indeed they are. Enlil to his brother said, a wonder of wonders it is in the wilderness by themselves to have come about. Isimud was summoned among the bulrushes and reed baskets I them found, he said. Enlil the matter with graveness pondered, with amazement his head he shook. Indeed, a wonder of wonders it is, a new breed of earthling on earth has emerged. A civilized man has the earth itself brought forth. Farming and shepherding crafts and tool making he can be taught. So was Enlil to Enki, saying, let us of the new breed to Anu word send. Of the new breed word to Anu on Nibiru was beamed. Let seeds that can be sown, let ewes that sheep become to earth be sent. So did Enki and Enlil to Anu the suggestion make. By civilized man, let Anunnaki and earthlings become satiated. And knew the words heard by the words he was amazed. That by life essences one kind to another leads is not unheard of. To them Words back he sent that on earth a civilized man from the Adamu so quickly appeared. That is unheard of. For sowing and husband, great numbers are needed. Perchance the beings to proliferate are unable. While the sevenths on Nibiru the matter contemplated, in Eridu occurrences of import took place. Adapa in a mating Titi knew into her womb he poured his semen. There was conception, there was birth given. So you guys, this is crazy because Enki pretty much was keeping this a secret. So they didn't know. They thought they just kind of pretty much appeared from the earthlings like um a new like breed, but no, that wasn't the case. It was because Enki, was messing around with the earthlings and they came about. So that's why they were more intelligent. So yeah, so let's move forward here. Two twins, two brothers, Titi gave birth. Words of the birth to Anu on Nibiru was being. The twosome for conception are compatible. Proliferation by them can occur. Let seeds that are sown use that sheep become to earth be delivered. Let on earth farming and shepherding begin. Let us all be satiated. So did Enki and Enlil to Anu on Nibiru say. Let Titi and Eridu remain, the newborns to suckle and nurture. Let Adapa the earthling to Nibiru be brought. So did Anu his decision declare. I want to make this out, y'all. I did not know until I read this that you guys know, like the sheep and stuff, the lambs, they come from Nibiru. I never knew that until I read this. These were animals, you guys, that came from Nibiru. So, our sheep and stuff, they're not from Earth. So I thought that was really interesting. Especially, with, the lamb and stuff. You think about Yeshua, how he's compared to the lamb, the innocent. And I'm just, y'all, this was a big shock to me because I never knew that. So I was like, that's interesting. So they brought um, their own, seeds to be grown here and also animals here as well. So thought that was a good revelation there when I started reading this. Okay, so let's go forward. So tablet 8, it says, let a dap of the earthling to Nibiru be brought. So did Anu his decision declare, but the decision in Leah was not pleased. Whoever of this would have taught that by a primitive worker fashioning like us, the being would become. With knowledge endowed between heaven and earth will travel. On Nibiru, the waters of long life, he will drink the food of long life, eat. Like one of us, Anunnaki, shall the one of earth become. Hold on, wait a minute. I just noticed this. Let me read this again, okay? Let me see. Now, he said, this was Anu now saying this. Let me read this. Let me start this over because every time I read this, I catch something different than before. Let Adapa, the earthling, to Nibiru be bought. So he's saying, bring him to Nibiru, y'all. Okay, so did Anu his decision declare. By the decision, Enlil was not pleased. Okay, so he wasn't happy about it. He didn't want Adapa to go. Okay. See, I missed that the first time. Whoever of this world I'm saying, whoever of this would have thought that by a primitive worker fashioning like us, the being would become, with knowledge endowed between heaven and earth will travel. On Nibiru, the waters of long life he will drink, the food of long life eat. Oh, so in live. Are y'all catching this now? Remember in Genesis? I, didn't want them to become gods like them. This is in Leo. He didn't want pretty much Adam basically to have long life, you guys. It's right here. It's in Leo, not Inky. Okay. Right here. You know, he was upset about that, but we're gonna say about Inky too, because he was saying the same thing. So he was like, nope, he cannot drink our waters of long life and the food of long life. So apparently it's a little different. It was going to change something within Adam if he stayed on Nibiru. Okay. So like one of us, Anunnaki shall the one of earth become. So was Enlil to Enki and the other leaders, saying, by the decision of Anu, Enki too was not pleased. Oh, okay. So Enki too now, okay. Sullen was his face after Anu had spoken. I wonder why they got so mad. Hmm. Was it that Adam was gonna be better than them and they didn't want him to go to Nibiru, and then their father ended up liking Adam more than him, more than them? Who knows? Anyway, so it says, after Enlil had spoken with Enlil, his brother Enki agreed. Indeed, who of this would have thought? So to the others did Enki say. Oh, they was mad. They was mad. The brothers sat and contemplated. Nemo with them was also deliberating. Okay, why did they not want Adam to go to the Pharaoh? What dang, it's like, well, we're a threat or something? Like, really? It was Adam that smart? Okay, so it says, the command of Anu cannot be avoided. To them she said, let Adapa buy our young ones to Nibiru be accompanied. His fright to diminish to Anu things explain. So did Enki to the others say, let Ninjasita and Dumunzi his companions be. All right. So he was pretty much gonna have his two sons accompany Adam to Nibiru. By the way, Nibiru for the first time with their eyes also see. By Nema was the suggestion favored. Our young ones on earth born of Nibiru are forgetting its life cycles by those of earth are overwhelmed. Let the two sons of Enki as yet unmarried to Nibiru also travel. Perchance brides there for themselves they shall find. When the next celestial chamber from Nibiru did arrive in Sippar, Ilibret, a vizier of Anu, from the chamber stepped off. I have come to fetch the earthling Adapa. So to the leaders he said. The leaders to Ilibret, Adapa presented Titi and her sons to him. They were also showed. Indeed, in our image and after our likeness they are. So did Ilibret say. To Ilibret, Ninjasita, and Nubanzi, sons of Enki, were presented to accompany Adapa on his journey. They have been selected. To him, Enki said, Anu, his grandchildren, to see will be pleased. So did Ilibret say. I'm probably saying that wrong, but anyway, to hear instructions, Enki Adapa to him summoned. To Adapa thus he said, Adapa to Nibiru, the planet whence we had come, you will be going. Before Anu, our king, you will come. To his majesty, you will be presented. Before him, you shall bow. Speak only when asked. To questions, short answers give. New clothing you will be given, the new garments put on. A bread on earth not found, they to you will give. The bread is death. Do not eat. And a chalice of elixir to drink, they to you will give. The elixir is death. Do not drink. How y'all see that? They like, yeah, we don't want them to have long life. With you, Ninjasita and Dumunzi, my sons, will journey. To their words hearken, and you shall live. So did Enki. Adapa instruct. This I shall remember. Adapa said, Enki, Ninjasita, and Dumunzi summoned. To them a blessing and advice he gave. Before and knew the king, my father, you are coming. To him you shall bow and homage pay. By princes and nobles, do not be coward. Of them you are the equals. To bring Adapa back to earth is your mission. By Nibiru's delights, be not charmed. This we shall remember. Ninjasita and Damunzi said. His young one, Damunzi, Enki embraced. On the forehead he kissed him. The wise one, Ninjasita, Enki embraced. On the forehead he kissed him. A sealed tablet in the hand of Ninjasita, unseen, he placed. To my father and knew this tablet in secret you shall give. So did Enki to Ninjasita say. Then the two with Adapa to Sapar departed. To the place of the celestial chariots they went. To Elibab and Nu's vizier, the three of them themselves presented. To Ninjasita and Damunzi, the garb of Igigi was given. Like celestial eagles they were dressed. As for Adapa, his unkempt hair was shaven, a helmet as that of an eagle he was given. Instead of his loin cloth, a tight-fitting vestment he was made to wear. Between Ninjasita and Dumanzi, inside that which ascends, he was placed. When the signal was given, the celestial chariot roared and shuddered. In fright did Adapa cower and cry out, "The eagle without wings is soaring." Upon his sides, Ninjasita and Dumanzi, their arms placed, with soothing words they him calmed. When 1 league aloft they were borne, upon the earth they glanced out as lands they saw by seas and oceans into parts separated. When 2 leagues aloft they were, the ocean to a tub grew smaller, the land was the size of a basket. When 3 leagues aloft they were, again they cast a glance whence they had departed. The earth was now as a small ball by a sea of darkness in the vastness swallowed. I probably would have been scared too. I wonder how old Adam was when he went to Nibiru. I'll be scared, y'all. If I was getting on a chariot and I was lifting off going into space and I'm looking all around me and I see space, I'd probably be scared too, okay? Because it'd be like, this my first time going into space and he did not even know. Like, you're going to go to a whole nother planet? Like, for real? We about to go to another planet? I ain't never been to no other planet before. Okay, let's keep it moving. Once again, Adapa, agitated was. He cowered and cried out, "Take me back," he shouted. I would have been like, what? No, keep going. Okay. Then Sita, his hand on the neck of Adapa put. In an instant was Adapa quiet. When they on Nibiru landed, there was much curiosity. Uh-oh, y'all. He finally gets there. The children of Enki on earth born to see, even more so an earthling to encounter. A being from another world on Nibiru has arrived. So were the crowd shouting. With Ilibra to the palace. Okay, a little palace. All right. They were taken to be washed and with perfume oils anointed. All right. He was getting all treated real nice. hmm Fresh and befitting garments they were given, heeding Enki's words. Adapa, the new clothing did put on. Oh, sure. So he had new clothes to put on, y'all. He was being treated like he was like royalty. Okay, like you getting all freshened up, you getting all about to be looking all good and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Got your little perfumes and stuff, your little oils and stuff. All right, I see you, I see you. So in the palace, nobles and heroes milled about in the throne room. Princes and counselors gathered to the throne room. By Ilibret they were led, a dapper behind him. Then the two sons of Enki in the throne room before Anu the king, they bowed. From this throne, Anu stepped forward. My grandsons, he cried out. He hugged Munzi. He hugged Ninjacina with tears in his eyes. He embraced them. He kissed them. To his right, Munzi, he bade to be seated. On his left, Ninjacina sat. Then Ilibret to Anu, the earthling Adapa presented. Does he our speech understand? Anu the king of Ilibret inquired. Indeed he does. By the Lord Enki was he taught. Ilibret so answered, come hither. Anu to Adapa said, what is your name and your occupation? Forward, Adapa stepped. Again he bowed. Adapa is my name, of the Lord Enki, a servant. So did Adapa in words speak. His speaking great amazement was causing. A wonder of wonders on earth has been attained, Anu declared. A wonder of wonders on earth has been attained. All the assembled shouted. So everybody was all happy. Okay. Let there a celebration be. Let us, our guests, thus welcome. So he was welcomed, y'all. And Nu was saying, to the banquet room. And Nu all who were assembled led to the Latin tables he greatly cheered. At the Latin table, bread of Nibiru, a dapple was offered. He did not eat it. At the Latin table, elixir of Nibiru, a dapple was offered. He did not drink it. So we see here Adam was obedient to his father because his father told him, do not eat and do not drink. Okay, so we see here that Adam was obedient. That's the whole purpose of all of this, to listen to your father. If your father gave you instruction, you need to listen to him. This is a whole obedience thing, you guys. So let's move forward. By this, Anu the king was puzzled, was offended. He probably was like, why you ain't, how they be coming up over here and you ain't eating and drinking none of my stuff at my table? Who you think you is? So it says, why has Enki to Nibiru this ill manner earthling sent to him the celestial ways reveal? He probably thought that was real disrespectful. Like, what? Come on. Adapa Anu said, why did you neither eat nor drink our hospitality rejected? My master, the Lord Enki, commanded me, the bread do not eat, the elixir do not drink. So did Adapa the king Anu answer, how odd is this thing? He was like, what's wrong with him? Anu was saying, for what has Enki from an earthling our food and elixir prevented? Like he couldn't understand, like I don't get it. Like why he can't eat our food and why he can't drink our elixir. Okay, so apparently you guys we could. I'm just saying. Now, if the king was like, well, I don't know why he, but I don't know, y'all, because I ain't been on the bureau, so I don't know. I don't know how that food is or the elixir. I don't know what it would do. How would it change our physical bodies because our bodies was actually born on the earth? So I don't know. All right, now he asked Ilibret. He asked Demunzi. Ilibret, the answer knew not. Demunzi could not explain. He asked Ninjacida. Perchance in this lies the answer. Ninjacida to Anu said, the secret tablet that he carried hidden to Anu the king he then gave. Puzzled was Anu. Anu was concerned. To his private chamber he went, the tablet to decipher. Now this is the account of Adapa of civilized mankind, the progenitor, and how by his sons Cain and Abel's satiation on earth was started. In his private chamber, and knew the tablet seal broke open. Into the scanner, the tablet he inserted it, message from Enki to decipher. Adam, by my seed, to an earthling woman was born. So did the message from Enki say. Likewise was Titi by another earthling woman of my seed conceived. With wisdom and speech they are endowed. With Nibiru's long lifetime, they are not. So here we go, you guys. This is what's going on here. He's telling you, he's like, with wisdom and speech, they are endowed. With Nibiru's long lifetime, they are not. So we was born on the earth, so we will be, have a lifespan of the earth, not of Nibiru. That's what I'm assuming, but y'all, I don't know. Okay. So it says the bread of long living he should not eat. The elixir of long life he should not drink. To live and die on earth, Adapa must return. Mortality his lot must be. So I guess that does have something to do with it since we was born on the earth. By the sowing and shepherding by his offspring on earth, satiation shall be. So did Enki the secret of Adapa to his father and Nu reveal. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about this, y'all, I wonder what. So if we was on the Nibiru, how would that change us? Because I know that when they came on Earth, they actually started to age quicker when they came here. So I'm curious. How would we be if we go to their planet? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anybody thought about that? If you do, say something in the comments for me. I'm curious about that. So we know they came here and they started to age quicker. So if we go there and we know that Nibiru's rotation is actually slower, would our life be extended then? Because you know how I mean, I know how it is to live on the earth. It seemed normal to me, but if I go to a whole nother planet, how would it affect me? How would it affect my lifespan? Would my life be extended because of the planet's rotation and time is actually different there? I'm curious. Oh, okay. Now, all right. So where was I? All right. So it says, um, I done lost my place, y'all. See y'all go always sitting up here. Okay, so let me just pick something here. So did Enki the secret of the dapper to his father and Nu revealed. The secret message from Enki and Nu was astounded, whether to be angry or laugh, he knew not. Illibrad his vizier to his private chamber he summoned. To him he thus said, that son of mine, Ea, even as Enki, his free ways with females has not mended. To Illibrad the vizier the message on the tablet he showed. What are the rules? What is the king to do? Of his vizier Anu inquired. Concubines, by our rules, are permitted. Of interplanetary cohabitation, no rules exist. So there was no laws, you guys, on Nibiru in regards to interplanetary cohabitation. So what could he really do? I mean, there was no laws existing at that time. Okay. So did Elibert to the king respond. If damage there be, let it be restricted. Let Adapa forthwith to earth be returned. Let Ninjasita and Dumanzi longer stay. Anu then Ninjasita to his private chamber summon. Know you what your father's message said? Of Ninjasita he inquired. Ninjasita, his head lowered, with whispering voice he said, I know not, but guess I can. The life essence of Adapa I have tested. Of Enki seed he is, that indeed is the message. To him Anu said, Adapa to earth forthwith shall return. To be of civilized man or a progenitor, his destiny shall be. So pretty much he was like, okay, well, he gonna go back to earth because that's where he belongs, let him live out his days on the earth and basically let them multiply basically on the earth. So, of course we are the inhabitants of the earth, you guys. All right, so let's keep going here. As for you, Ninjasita, to earth with Adapa you shall return of civilized mankind at your father's side to become the teacher. So he was up there telling Ninjasita, who you guys, we know this is Thoth, you guys. We know this is Thoth for you guys that don't know who Ninjasita is. The same one who wrote the Emerald tablets. This is Ninjasita, okay? So he told him to become a teacher. All right now. So did and knew the king the decision make the destiny of Adapa and Ninjasita he determined. To the assembled servants and nobles, princes and counselors, and Nu and the other two returned. To the assembled words of decision, and Nu announced, the welcome to the earthling must not be overextended. On our planet, he cannot eat or drink. Of his astounding abilities we have all seen. Let him to earth return. Let his offspring there on earth fields till and in meadows shepherd. To ensure his safety and avoid his agitation, Ninjasita with him back will travel. With him the seeds of Nibiru of grains which multiply to earth will be sent. So it looks like the grains, y'all, came the wheat. All this came from the Nibiru. Mm-hmm. Dumunzli, the youngest, for a shar with us shall stay. Then to earth with eels and the essence of sheep he shall return. Y'all see that? The essence of sheep he shall return. That was bringing it here. So that ain't this ain't they the sheep ain't even from earth. It's from the Nibiru. This was the decision of Anu. To the king's words, all in agreement, their head bowed. At the appointed time, Ninjasita and Adapa to the place of the celestial chariot were taken. And Nu and Demunzi, Elibret and counselors, nobles and heroes, to them farewell bade. I'm sorry, y'all. All this reading. There was roaring and shuddering, and the chariot was lofted. The planet Nibiru grows smaller they saw, then from horizon to zenith the heavens they saw. On their journey, Ninjasita to Adapa the planet gods explained. Of sun and earth, I read the moon to him lessons he gave. So on the way back from the Nibiru, Ninjasita was giving him lessons on the planets in our solar system. So he was teaching him everything about the heavens, you guys, on the way back. All right. Of how the months chase one another and how Earth's year is counted, him he taught. So he taught him the time and everything like that on the earth. When to earth they returned to him, to his father Enki, Ninjasita, all that had happened related. So he got back, told his father everything that happened pretty much. Okay. So that is it of the reading from the Lost Book of Enki. I just really wanted to do this to let you guys see um, Adam's journey to Nibiru, because I don't even think this is in Genesis. I don't even think this mentions anything about Adam pretty much going to Nibiru. We know the whole story with Adam and Eve being kicked out of the garden, but it never said anything about Adam actually taking a journey to Nibiru. So, like I said, it's a lot of stuff that's missing out of the Bible, and a lot of people don't even know this, and a lot of people is not even aware that Adam went to Nibiru. He went to a whole nother planet, you guys, and he was welcome there at first. But of course, his father, Enki, pretty much was like, no, he cannot eat or drink or anything like that. So I just thought that was really interesting. Because of the simple fact that I'm doing my investigation on Enoch to see. I really was trying to see if Enoch went to Nibiru, only because in the book of Enki it showed that Enoch was taken to 10 heavens, and I was trying to figure out the 10th heaven. So I'm still trying to figure some stuff out, because Adam went to Nibiru and he was given new garments. So he was given new clothes, and he was anointed basically with the little perfume oils and stuff like that. And if you read the book of Enoch, when he went to the 10th heaven, it was like he went to the throne as well, just like Adam went to the throne room. And just like Ninja Sita and Dumunzi set, one set on the right and one set on the left, it shows you Enoch did the same thing. Like he sat next to the Lord as well, but it don't tell you who he sat next to in the book of Enoch. So I'm just trying to figure out, is it possible that Enoch went to Nibiru to write the 366 books and then he came back to the earth and shared it with his sons and everybody on the earth? So I'm just a little curious because, like I said, just like the Bible does not tell you everything, okay, that was left out, even in the book of Enoch, it doesn't clarify where exactly he went. It doesn't say what the 10th heaven is. It, you can follow through and see that he did pass through the solar system. Clearly it shows that he went, by the moon and the sun, and we know that he went to Mars. So I'm like, okay, well, where else did you go, Enoch? Because you giving us some old heavens. You giving us more descriptions of these heavens that you passed by. And I'm like, okay, so did you actually go to Nibiru? So that's not, it's not there, you guys. So I'm still curious as to what the 10th heaven is. Um, because he was given new clothes as well. He was given new garments as well. And I don't know. But of course I got to keep reading. It's so many books, you guys, to read. So I have not read every single thing yet. There's so many books out there. But I'm making my way. I'm trying to do my own little studies. I'm trying to read, take my little notes, and go back and forth to see what's going on. And when I found this book, it kind of put a lot of things into perspective because a lot of stuff was left out of the Bible. And now I know who we are dealing with, specifically who these beings were. Okay. So I just wanted to just read that part with you guys. I'm going to be looking at some more things that stands out, and I'll be putting some more things together for you guys. Thank you so much. Bye bye.